On the football side of things,
Yeah.
It's rough when you don't put up points. Is it what from that game makes you confident that you all can this week?
We did a lot of good things, and I think the reason why we didn't put up points is because of the weather, and it was so difficult to throw the ball. And there was a lot of good from that game, and there was a lot of bad from that game. When we went back and watched the film as an offensive line, we thought we played really well. We got after Georgia a little bit. We went in there with the mentality that we could win that game, and that's something Coach Stoops talked about to the team. Was we had that confidence, and it showed. And even though it was a sloppy game for both teams on offense, I think it was a physical one. And we got after it a little bit, and that was good to see. We didn't go into an opponent's stadium and crappy weather and lay down. We went out there fighting, so that was really good to see.
Is it different blocking for Lynn as opposed to Sawyer when you get there? Or how does it change? Or how do you guys kind of got to approach both of them?
Yeah, it's different in pass protection because, as an offensive line, you pass block and you try to make a pocket. And you expect your quarterback to be in that pocket. And when Lynn leaves, sometimes that's when you see a holding call come into play. But at the end of the day, our job is to block, and Lynn's job is to make a play. So we're never going to get mad at him for scrambling out of the pocket, trying to go, make a play. Because if you watched the game, you saw how hard he played. So we're not going to ever complain about that. But yeah, it's different. It's just because you never know where he's going to be.
How good is it to get back home where you've done pretty well so far this year?
Yeah, it'll be good to get in front of our fans again. But really, we try not to have that be a factor. We go out there, we try to play our football, and we try to play as a team, and we try to do our job, no matter if we're home or away. It definitely helps being at home, but we don't try to change too much up.
What are some of the things the Missouri defensive line does well?
Well, they're a little bit different than last year. They play more odd than they do even, as opposed to last year. I think Jordan Elliott is a really special player. I think he's a good player. He's athletic, big, strong, uses his hands really well, and they're solid. They're missing their starting linebacker, which I think they've been able to fill in pretty well, and it's going to be a challenge. You look at last year, and they played us really well. So we're looking to come after them a little bit different this year. Come out there, be physical, and do our job and do it well.
As an offensive lineman, do you want rain or do you want sunshine Saturday?
What's the temperature going to be?
60s?
Really, 60s? As an offensive line, I don't think we care. Either way, as long as it's cold and we're not sweating as much, we don't really care. It's kind of stressful when it rains, though, because you're worried about having bad snaps. So that kind of is in the back of your head a little bit. I don't care. If it wants to rain, that's fine. It's kind of fun playing in the rain, honestly. I think it rained 2 years ago when we played them here. I think it rained in 2017 maybe, and that was a fun one.
First time Kentucky's been shut out since 2012, but with that being said, it seems like there's a lot of positivity going on right now. Why is that?
Well, Georgia's one of the best teams in the country, and we went out there and we played well with them. We played with them, and if you look at the game and you see how they scored, they scored on they had a short field, 14 out of their 21 points. So it was, and I said this earlier in the year when we lost to Florida. We don't have moral victories, but to respond the way we did so many times in that game, the way the defense stepped up in big moments was big. And when you watch the film on offense, we really played physical, and that's something that we were proud of. The ball didn't go our way, but we're playing with a wide receiver at quarterback, so there's only so much you can do against a defense that's as talented as Georgia.